Hello, my friends. Welcome to BrodieNeroTV TV. Today is, I always say this, but for me and us, I think it's a very special episode. We are here together to celebrate 1 year. It's a 1 year anniversary. Now, what is it a 1 year of? It's 1 year of not missing a single Tuesday for the last 52 weeks. I said to myself when I started this project that I understand there's a lot of people on YouTube trying to become successful on here. And success is different for everybody, but I think if you really want to make it happen on here, one of the fundamental practices that one must engage in is consistency. So while I'm not here celebrating 100,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers or making tens of thousands of dollars on YouTube, because none are the case, I'm celebrating my own consistency and the consistency with you guys, because there's a lot of you returning and viewing. Often when people comment on the videos, "This is really good, thank you so much," or whatever their feedback is, I ask you if you're subscribed or if you could please subscribe. And a lot of times people are telling me they're already subscribed. So shout out to everybody that's been here with me since day one, or starting somewhere along the journey, or if this is your first video, welcome to the channel. Before I talk a bit about this channel and where I want to go with it with all of you, if you can, please subscribe. Take a moment, scroll down on your phone, use the mouse on your computer, and click the subscribe button. Something crazy like 90% of you that watch aren't subscribed. So please subscribe, be a part of this, and let's continue growing together. Now, a moment of transparency. I want to talk a little bit about the origin, reason that I wanted to start this channel. So if I'm super honest, I started this channel because I thought, we live in a pretty crazy world right now. Seems it can be volatile at times. And I thought, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel and I'm gonna make extra income on the side. That way, if something happens, God forbid, I can't perform or the world shuts down again, I'll have an online income that can help me survive and maintain my lifestyle. So that's what I initially thought. Now here I am 1 year later, interviewing some people of large influence in the music industry, going consistent, all of this stuff, and the money that I've earned off the channel is negligible, nominal. It's not much, definitely not enough to produce the content at this level. But what I am excited about to share with you is that this channel has unlocked so many opportunities. And the other thing I thought too was that I'm going to become this big podcaster that interviews everybody in the music industry, and I'm the guy to come see for cool interviews. And while that's still a major part of the agenda, I haven't gotten far from the fact that I am a DJ and producer first and foremost and primarily. And my passion and my love for my craft has grown so much in the year. So as much as I'm showcasing a lot of different interviews on the channel of some of your favorite artists and my favorite artists too, I'm still very much on the come up, and I'm super focused on having a massively internationally successful career as an industry artist. So my selfish reason for doing this channel is because I want to learn from all these amazing people and professionals that I interview, apply the information to my career and grow. And a consequence of that is sharing all the information for free with you guys, growing with you guys, so hopefully you can take it and apply to your own career. Some of the massive goals that I've accomplished while doing this podcast are things that I could only dream of. So where I was at in my career when I first started this channel, I was pretty much a local DJ here in Bali, making music part-time and hoping for things to grow exponentially. And now here we are 1 year later. I have a song coming out on Hugel's label, Make the Girls Dance, which is arguably the /1 Afro house label in the game right now. That comes out in November. I've connected with one of the largest music marketing agencies in the industry for a massive rebrand they helped facilitate. I had my debut in Ibiza. One of the personal things that I learned was how to abstain from alcohol. In a few days, I think it'll be 8 months without drinking alcohol this entire year. It's pretty crazy. And a lot of cool things in between all of that stuff. But one cool thing that I think we should run through right now is I want to go through 10 of the most viral moments that we've had from this podcast. So if you haven't checked out yet, please look on Instagram and follow BrodieNeroTV. I'll put the link here. So I have 2 Instagram pages, well, a few actually. My music one is Brodie Nero Music. The second one is Brodie Nero TV. And I remember starting this Instagram page at 20 followers and making a video and saying, I don't know where I'm going with this channel, but it's going to be somewhere large. And here we are, organically, I think 2.2K followers on the page and massive impressions and massive engagement on a few pieces of content. So I want to take a moment. I want to go through 10 of the most viral moments that are clips from the YouTube long form content put onto the Instagram page. So let's jump into those 10 moments. Number 10 features Hugel. Let's watch this.
If you make music for the lifestyle, for doing private jet and having millions of dollars and models and all of that,
yeah,
something's wrong. You have to enjoy the journey and the process of doing the music. And I believe that, like, if you love it enough, you will have the energy it takes to make it to a certain level that people gonna really vibe with it. And the money and the rest will come naturally.
Got it.
Like, we don't chase success or money, we just have fun.
Yeah.
We just have fun doing what we love. And don't forget that we're all humans, we're all the same, so when you do it, if it moves something inside you, it will move something to other people too.
Wow. This is one of 2 Instagram reels on Brodie Nero TV that went pretty viral, I would say. The engagement was nuts. And what this means to me is your intention behind what you're doing. I think right now, becoming a DJ is a trend. Everybody wants to be in the limelight, and people are buying their way into the industry, and people are doing this stuff for the wrong reasons. Not everybody. But what this reel reminds me is why we're on this journey. And if I can take a moment now just to talk a bit about my music production journey, one of the biggest challenges that I'm trying to overcome right now is to become a self-sufficient music producer. There's a lot of music buying going on. I'm not judging anybody, but I've experienced what it's like to buy music or have people take your idea and make it something completely different. But me as an artist, Brodie Nero, I'm really on a hunt to find my own sound. And I can only do that by going through the process of putting in the hours every single day to work on music. So this is a reminder to me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And what Hugel is saying here is that the private jets, the jewelry, the girls and all that stuff will come as a consequence of you succeeding by pursuing music for the love. So don't pursue it for the wrong reasons. Coming in at number 9, Hugel again, let's go.
If you have enough love for it, the universe is naturally rewarding you on a bigger scale. Because love is the strongest energy in this world. There's nothing stronger than love. Love can create miracle. Love can save the world in every aspect. Yeah. Like, when you do something with love, you don't look at the time. You don't look at, oh, I worked on it 8 hours, okay, 1 more hours and I'm not. No. When you love something, you work at it 25 hours a day. That's what I do. I do music 26 hours a day. Because I'm doing it so much that it's more than the natural 24 we have. I'm on it. My brain is on it all the time. Wow. I'm always thinking, creating, having new idea, what's the next thing, because I'm obsessed. I just love it. We never make plans of like, oh, okay, what can we do to do more money like this or that? Never, never, ever. This comes naturally with what you do, basically.
Yeah, I love this. Another banger, another big, he's spitting bars really. And what I like about this is, for me, when I structure my day and I think about music production, I always tell myself I'll put a minimum of 2 to 3 hours to work on music production. And the deeper I get into music production, the more I love it and the more addicted I get to the idea. And I don't look at the clock. I end up interfering with other stuff in my schedule because I just want to keep working on music. So I relate to this a lot. And I think this comes down to the fundamental fact that in life, we should be pursuing what we love and we should be engaging in things that excite us. And if we're not doing something that excites us when it comes to work and lifestyle, we're probably in the wrong industry or the wrong business. Now, don't be illogical and quit your job and just think overnight, I want to be a music producer or a DJ, I'm going to leave my job and just go for it. You have to be smart and practical in this life. But again, we should all be pursuing and getting aligned with what we love most in life. I think it's super important. So shout out Hugel for that. Okay, coming in at number 1098. This one was crazy controversial. There was a lot of people, let's say, having discourse in the comments. And this was with my friend Azri.
It's hard to say it, but it's the brutal truth.
Yeah.
Don't master the music, master your marketing skills.
Dude,
I know.
the answer that we all need that nobody wants to hear.
Exactly.
Because the truth is, we speak about it actually a lot on this podcast. You could make the best record here right now on a laptop. If you don't know how to put yourself out there, it doesn't mean nothing. But I could come in here and make a super average record, and I could market the shit out of myself on Instagram, run my ads, get everything campaigns tight, and I'll move faster than you.
Done. Way
That's
faster.
it. Master marketing.
Master your marketing.
Man, so the reason why people got into a lot of beef, let's say, in the comments on this is because you have the people that are true artists that have been in the game for a long time that put everything they have into music. And those people are upset because they now need to focus on the fact that social media is vital in everybody's business and industry, and it's taking away from the focus on music. And then you also have people that are going viral, having moments of virality on social media, and that's boosting their music career when they're not even that committed to the music. And then you have everything in between. But I have to back myself, of course, and Azri on this, because he's not saying the music doesn't matter or that we shouldn't be putting out quality music. He's saying you should put equal emphasis on the fact that online marketing and branding is super important. And I agree with him. And between this episode and another episode that I had with a guy named Igor Marijuan, who suggested that I work with an agency to do a rebrand for myself, or any artist should actually, so that their positioning online is strong. And I worked with one of the largest, from what I understand and know, music marketing agencies, as I mentioned earlier this year, and they did a complete rebrand for me. I have a new logo, I have a new color palette, typography, narrative, all of this stuff. And you can see, if you look at my YouTube channel right now, if you go to the home screen, let's say, and you scroll back a few months, you can see the inconsistencies in the artwork and the thumbnail. Now in recent weeks, or months rather, everything looks well branded and cohesive. So it's controversial, but anyone that says that your branding and online marketing is not important and just focus on the music is foolish, I think, and a bit ignorant, because these phones don't leave our hands, and if you have something good that you want to promote, you have to go through the online social media platforms to promote it. So where are we on to next? Ooh, I like this one. Number 7, this is with Amin K, and this interview was done at Morabito here in Bali.
People from all around the world now come to party in Bali.
Yeah.
And not just the Australians.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like,
true.
now,
It's very
literally-
eclectic, it's diverse, it's multicultural, it's a beautiful thing overall.
And the DJs in Bali, see, that's what always struck me. Since the first time I came here, the locals, I really talk about the locals, they are really good DJs, man. Like I was really surprised the first time I came here, and I was listening to the resident DJ was playing before me, and I was like, fuck, man, like what am I gonna play after him? He's so good.
Yeah.
I was stressed.
Yeah.
And there's literally a culture, especially in progressive. It's, I think, it just attached to this kind of spiritual vibe about Bali.
Yeah.
Well, the music from the local DJs is pretty much like that, progressive or emotional. It has a message.
Yeah.
It's, like transforming, trancy.
Dude.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have mad respect for local DJs.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up because it's a point that genuinely I would want to bring up, but I just haven't on the podcast yet. And I mean, I've worked in a bunch of different venues here on the island, and there's nights where these venues have had strictly local DJs or they've had internationals, and the success of the night in terms of like gross revenue have been similar because the local DJs are so good and can carry the crowd, go on a whole journey. It's amazing.
Yeah, this was a cool moment that brought a lot of good attention to the podcast because obviously we're here in Bali and this place is highly touristic and there's a lot of expats and people moving here and launching businesses and all of this stuff finding their way, and including myself as a local expat that came here, and I can confidently say like I'm doing well here professionally, but we need to acknowledge actual true locals that are here, that are a part of the scene and vital to the scene and the culture. And again, just to reaffirm what I said earlier, we have amazing local DJs that deserve recognition. And yeah, simply put, the talent is off the chain. I'm grateful to work with them, and I'm always happy to create and provide opportunities for them when it comes to playing and collaborating and things of that nature. But it's really nice to see, like, shout out one talent I could mention right now is Met Music, man, who is an amazing local Bali-based DJ that he's played and supported some of the best internationals around the world, and he's always dependable. Musically, he's inclined, he's a great selector and great performer. So he's one of many here on the island, and Balinese DJs deserve acknowledgement. This is with Innellea, who's one of the best in melodic techno artists as far as I'm concerned.
Patience, first one. Team around you, second one. And the third one is definitely be true to yourself and find your niche and find your sound and your style. Because if you're a copycat of the thousands melodic techno producer, it won't help. You will stay at the level where you are, but you have to push boundaries and you have to break rules, I think.
Man, I love this, and it reminds me right now of why I'm on this producer journey. So again, I'm not trying to knock anybody in the scene that's doing this. There's lots of people finding their way, and it's kind of like if you ask a bunch of personal trainers how to get abs, you're gonna get a million different recipes and strategies of how to get fit and how you should eat to achieve your abs. And I think it's the same in the music industry. There's a lot of different ways. You can be your own artist and make your own music. You can buy music straight up from people and have ghost producers and everything in between. And you have people that hustle their way up and knock on the gatekeepers' doors, and you have people that have moments of virality and jump into the industry through that channel. So it comes down to what's authentic and what's real to you. But the most important thing he mentioned here is that there's a million different people trying to be melodic techno artists, and same thing in Afro house. And I just think finding your own sound, what he mentions there, that's what I'm on the journey right now in the hunt for, is what is the sound that's going to define Brodie Nero as an artist, and that's what I'm working on a lot. So shout out Innellea for that. This one was cool. In the DJ scene, it's all the DJs that say we're sick of Afro house, or it's gentrified, or kind music everywhere, blah, blah, blah. I understand it because it is everywhere, and it is what the market is demanding. I was playing in Singapore last weekend. Like I was telling my girl, like I had 6 phones in my face that asked for kind music, you know, like just coming up to me. And I was like, yeah, of course it's like a bit annoying. But then I think, well, take a step back here. Like these guys were not that famous however many years ago, and they made something special that people love. And truth be told, most of the people that are complaining about, let's say, kind music or Afro house being everywhere, it's probably people that work in the industry. Yeah, so this one is more or less at the people that are complaining about how commercial and how popular, rather, Afro house has become, and people that are always complaining that kind music is everywhere and this and that. I mean, I don't know what more to add to this other than the fact that if something goes mainstream that was once underground, it's because it was so cool and so good. And if you're one of those people that don't like what you see or what you hear, don't complain about it, do something about it. Or else you're just not part of the problem, but you're just your opinion is insignificant. There's nothing worse than someone that complains and doesn't do something about it. So for me, yeah, I don't want to have 6 phones in my face asking for kind music all the time. I want to have my own music that people know me for. So I'm working on that. And that's just fundamental things that I think everybody should do. Don't complain, do something about it if you don't like it. This one with Agoria, super cool.
Trying every day to look cool or to make people think that you're the coolest, this doesn't make you feel cool.
It's true. It's not
and so
fulfilling.
this doesn't make you feel cool. That make you feel insecure, frustrated, unsure, because you're always trying to configure things to look. Maybe sometimes you can be cool by yourself and fine, but constantly showing that you're the coolest is like a dangerous propaganda, I would say, for yourself, for your body, for your mind, for your soul.
Yeah, completely agree. And I think that people can sniff that out. They know if you're just.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me about another interview that I did with Lex and Niels, who are big managers for a lot of melodic techno artists. They were in a previous episode months ago. And they said you should always pursue a genre, like let's keep it in the context of DJ and producers. Like if you enjoy making Afro house, let's say, make Afro house and see it through and become an Afro house artist. Sometimes I think there could be opportunities that could put you ahead faster. So for example, somebody might come to you and say, oh, I think you could be an amazing EDM DJ. And here's the path. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna make you rich, I'm gonna make you famous. And then people take that, they take the bait and they go become an EDM DJ, for example, instead of pursuing Afro house. And they end up being sad, depressed, insecure, and they don't feel real and authentic, because the truth is they're not being real and authentic. So again, keeping it in context for myself, I don't want other people completely making my music. I want to find my own sound. Thus, I'm here working, and you should too. Be authentic, be true to yourself. It's easier. Okay, a few more here. Where are we at now? Let's jump into with Soberyboy.
If you have good music, you don't need any other substance or drink to make you feel the way you want it to feel. Mm-hmm. So a human body has a high frequency by itself. When you're taking substances or drinks, you're going to lower your frequency. And I started to study human behavior and psychology, and I started to realize that the human mind is so strong. And once you're able to control it, you can feel anything that you want to feel. You want to feel high, you can feel with your own body. So certain things you do on a daily basis is going to affect your energy, right? So if you're having drinking and you're going to enjoy the night, but the next day, what do you have? You have a hangover. You feel exhausted. You have all these things. So Soberyboy came with this idea that, you know what, my music is going to hypnotize you and is going to give you certain state of mind, whether you're drinking or not, because music is so powerful.
Yeah, shout out Soberyboy. This reminds me of watching the Wani Bravo episode and him talking about, well, it was multiple conversations with Wani Bravo, but he motivated me to stop drinking alcohol. And now I'm pretty much on a path of more or less total sobriety. And I have to admit, in recent times, because I feel so good and confident when I'm playing, just being sober, even just having an espresso and the energy of the crowd and the music itself, I feel huge dopamine releases that are almost like being high and just enjoying it and feeling open and confident in who I am, myself as an artist and a human being. So I love this because in nightlife, it's no secret, there's a lot of toxicity, toxic behavior, substance abuse, all of this stuff. And I don't imagine that it's going anywhere soon. It's a part of the scene and a part of the culture. And these habits are really tough to break. And I'm not sitting here trying to promote to everybody to embark on a journey of sobriety. It's not the point of this. But the important thing here that I realized is that to be a professional and professional music artist, producer, performer, all of this stuff, the workload is heavy, especially when you're managing a lot of different projects like I am. But even other people that I know that are just pretty much focused on being DJ producers, they say if you can't manage these things, you're not going to be that successful. And we've seen great artists die too soon from this kind of stuff. And when you think about living a long life, there's going to come a time and a point when these substances and alcohol really take a toll. Like using them over the years, there's going to come a point when I think it all comes falling down and your health really becomes an issue. So if you're not going to become completely sober while being a professional in this industry, managing it exceptionally well and engaging in healthy habits to try and balance it out, I think are super important. Okay guys, we got two more. Coming in at this is number 2 we're at now.
If you love something, do it at all cost. Time, money, whatever, you have to do it. You have to learn. So for me, it's like work. You have to work. You have to, if you want to be a man, you need to work. And you have to do that. You know, there is nothing else to do. So if you want to be a DJ, be a DJ. Work for it. That's it. And it takes time sometimes. But I've seen so many DJ when I was young. They texting me now. They're like, "Oh my God, you work with this, that, you do that. Wow."
Yeah.
I say, bro, the difference is like you just left the room.
Yeah.
We worked.
Yeah. You left the room.
You left the room. Why?
Love that. Yeah.
And some people, they want to come back to the room. I want to come back to music. Bro, you're married, you're gone.
Yeah.
That's it. For me, it's like very important. If you're young DJ, don't have a girlfriend. If you're young DJ, don't have so distraction. Don't go out. Don't go to party, actually. Don't leave the room. You have to put yourself into a position it's so difficult. It needs so much impulse that you have to lock yourself.
Okay, this reel got a lot of controversy and a lot of discourse and beef once again. And I understand it because at first listen and view, it sounds like he's saying you can't be married, you can't have a girlfriend, and you can't go to parties if you want to be a successful DJ producer. And it's not what he's saying. What he's saying is, in his experience, when he was locked in young, staying in the room, as he quoted, there are people that left the room, went and got married, had kids, left the industry, quit making music, left their commitment, saw him having success, and he is now they're trying to come back to the room. He's saying, bro, you stopped making music, you went and got married, had a family, all of this stuff. Like, I stayed working, that's why it's happening. So again, he's not saying it's bad to be married or anything like that. What he's saying is that you need to stay in the room, stay committed, and stay working. Obviously, there's lots of people out there and huge DJs that pay tribute and respect to their partners, their wives or husbands or whatever, for their success. So a lot of it was taken out of context, but I hope with this explanation you understand. And the other part where he said, if you're a young DJ, don't go to parties. Well, of course, in the beginning of your career, when you're not getting any gigs, you got to go out and you got to be at parties and stuff like that. But he's more speaking in the context of being a music producer. Most of the time, you don't need to be in the party. You need to be, as he says, in the room, working on your music, making music, practicing being a DJ. And if you pop out once in a while to do some networking or support somebody, that's okay. But he's saying there's so much distraction, impulse, and temptation in this industry that if you don't manage yourself well, you're not going to have success. So that's what he's saying. And all right, and the last reel we're going to show today is with my friend Eran Hersh.
Bro, if you play before me, do your best. Right. I want you to be at your best, because then I'll go and I'll do the best. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is how you have to put yourself standards. You cannot get mad because he playing out the hottest tune and be like, oh, look, he's playing all the hits. So that's his job. He's a DJ too. Of course, back in the days, proper opening was play underground there. But back in the days, also people understood the music. Today, the music is mainstream. Not everybody understands it. People wants to hear the vocals, especially in the Afro world right now. I hear a lot of people saying Afro is dead. Afro is changing. Of course, it's becoming mainstream. You cannot stop that. So this is good. This is not a bad thing. This is giving more opportunity for more DJs from Africa, from the US, from everybody, from everywhere around the world. So Afro is not dead. Yes, there's pop Afro that it became mainstream. It's evolving. This is the business.
Wow, I love this mindset, bro.
Because if not, then that Afro sound, none of us will have jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one got, lots of controversy. Again, there was DJs that have been around the scene for a little while that were like, this is exactly what's wrong. Yeah, this guy says, sorry, this is so wrong on so many fucking levels. Yeah, so it's controversial because it's true. If there's a headline DJ, a good opening DJ, truly, in essence, shouldn't be trying to overtake the headline DJ. That means they're not playing too hard, too many hit songs, too fast of a BPM, too high energy. Their duty is to attract the people to come close and fill the dance floor and not leave, and get them just about excited enough that it leaves room for the headline DJ to go up. But you can also think a headline DJ should have so much ammunition and so much exclusive cool music that no matter what the headliner plays, or sorry, the opener plays, they shouldn't be able to overtake. But you know, I've been in instances where I've played in a new place, I walked in, the DJ was playing super fast BPM, like 127, when most people chill in Afro House at 124, 125 max. And he played the #1 Afro House hit right before I played. And I didn't appreciate it so much. Not that I even want to play that song if I'm honest, but I don't know. It's a bit of a gray area, but overall, I think that an opening DJ shouldn't be trying to necessarily overtake the headline DJ. There should be a certain level of respect, but it's up for interpretation, and every DJ is different. So guys, here we are, 1 year into working together, growing together, me sharing, you viewing. Thank you so much for the engagement. These were the 10 most viral moments that we've experienced here on social media. I know there's so much more to look forward to. Great interviews, great vlog sessions documenting my journey as an aspiring DJ and producer. Please like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode. Much love.